On EA Sports, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Vikings and the Packers, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll start out here with the option left. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. Touchdown, Vikings!
Irv Smith Jr.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action. Now Jackson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. So in the Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go play action now. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Howell. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Howell. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. First down, Howell to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Howe will throw it.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Howell down to throw it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee. and they'll take over at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Powell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2nd down and 5. Another throw for Howell.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So we reach halftime, and what's been a
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, working down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Jackson. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they've moved right down the field. And just like that,
They're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down. Howell back to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Howell. And too much juice. And the out of bounds incomplete.
Pass for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. They go play action with Howell. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of, well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now running the jet sweep with Benjamin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. Now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, giving them a dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
And when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Powell. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now Howell. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Howell throwing on first down here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Howell. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game.